Hello, hello, everybody, and it is that time again. We are ready for the Biz Talk Sunday Supper Live. Wow, how exciting! Another Sunday just talking all things business from the comfort of our homes. I don't know what you're wearing. Are you in your pages right now? Are you having your supper? Are you relaxed? Well, you better be, because today we are talking about scaling up your business. Look, it's okay to be starting up. It's okay to always talk about what is business. How do you start a business? Where do you go? But today I want to talk to a special group that says, I've been in business for a certain number of years or months. How do I grow my business? How do I scale up? How do I turn this business into something more? So I am ready. I am so excited because today on the show, we have an expert with us. We have the one and only Roy Ziyambe joining us. Welcome, Roy. How are you?
Thank you, Patience. How are you?
Fantastic.
Have
Have you had your supper yet?
Yeah, it's past supper. It's past supper time.
So yeah, this show we say Sunday Supper Biz Talk Live, where we talk all things business. We've invited you today as someone that we've seen, someone that we've been, we've seen scaling up so many businesses. We see your logos there. Wow, that is quite a wealth we'll be getting from you, a wealth of knowledge, a pool that is full. So over to you, Roy. Please let us know. Go ahead and just teach us. We'll be here enjoying and absorbing. For all of you on Zoom, I'd like to welcome you. Remember the drill. Post your questions on the comments. Those on WhatsApp, sorry, on Zoom as well, or on Facebook, post your comments, post your questions. We would love to know. We would love to learn together. So it's important to ensure that we are all learning together. Don't be left out. Grab your pen, grab your paper if you haven't done it, because Roy is going to take us to another level. Over to you, Roy.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to tonight's session, and thank you, Patience, for inviting me. I know my assignment is to talk about strategies of scaling my business. But I want to say, for you to find yourself in a position where you're looking for strategies to scale your business, uh, there must be something that must be happening before you get to that stage of having a business where you're having those sleepless nights. You want to scale up your business and you want to come and learn about strategies to scale up of your business. Now, the sweeteners, I would call them sweeteners, for even if you're already in business or you are aspiring to be in business, sweeteners make you have the drive, the desire to to be able to start on something. So I want to quickly talk about economic independence uh, as in being associated with the business. Whether you have your own thing, uh, it provides you with an opportunity to have the quality of life that you can determine yourself. If you become more of a responsible citizen, you'll be talking about the opportunity to be the one who's creating the employment, is the one who is growing the economy of wherever you are. So it's quite it's quite an important sweetener. We'll also talk about social impact and community development. Who doesn't want to be uh, a community citizen of repute, one who can change lives, one who can create employment for others rather than going to work for someone else? And there's also that opportunity for personal fulfillment and empowerment. When you have the business, it's like it's a vision that has been fulfilled, and in a way of some sort, you empowering yourself. You're not the sort of a person who depends on other people. the sort of a person who depends on circumstances, but you hold your own destiny, is what I would say is some of the sweetness that I felt I needed to talk about before we actually start talking about strategies on ways in which we will be scaling our business. Now, once you get into the business, the reason why we get into the business is to make money. It's no point to get into a business and you can't make money. So the primary objective, once you are running a business, is to stay profitable. And when you want to stay profitable, there are a number of things that you need to always continuously look at in the mirror. It's like one driving a bus. You know, when you are driving a bus is at least 10 to 12 meters long. It's a much longer vehicle, or one driving a lorry. You need to be extra careful in terms of how you navigate the roads, as you drive a truck, as compared to driving a small car, right? So when I start talking about how you navigate the roads, I mean to say you need to understand the business that you find yourself in. Many times we get into businesses that we don't understand. So once you get to a business that you don't understand, you run the risk of going bust. You run the risk of losing the drive, the anxiety, the desire to continue to run the business, because you don't know how you are doing. So it's important that when you get into the business, for you to be able to stay profitable, you must be able to understand the factors that affect your margins within your business. Could it be you continuously reviewing your staff costs? I can tell you, as a business person, one of the things that can affect your business is if you stop checking on your operational costs, right? So when you start to talk about operational costs, you can break them down into various segments, and we'll come to that. But the first one that I want to be able to talk more about is your human resources. Your human resources, very, very important. To run any business, you need the people who are going to do the business. It doesn't matter whether you are in aged care, whether you're into transport, whether you are into retail, you need the human resources. Now, here's the interesting part about the human resources. It's not every job that just requires human resources, depending on what you're doing. There are certain skills that are required to perform specific tasks in your business. Now, as a business person, you ask yourself, the kind of business that I find myself doing, do I need people with skills, or I simply need figures? Now, here is the story. One man who was teaching us about businesses way back where I grew up from, he said the most dangerous people that can affect your vision are actually the people that you employ to work with you within the same vision. Isn't that interesting? You employ somebody, you promise him a paycheck, and now scholars are saying, if you are not careful, the people that you have brought in, whom we are paying on a fortnightly, on a monthly basis, depending on where you are, they can be the people who can actually destroy your vision. What does that mean? You need to be able to make sure the people that you are bringing into your project, into your vision, they align with your vision. Many businesses are come about because of prudent and good visionaries, good intentions. But the people that they bring in are the very people who will ruin the business. So it's important that when you bring in the business, your recruitment strategy is going to be spot on. You don't employ people because you know them. Yes, you can employ them because you know them, provided they have the necessary skills required for that specific job. I grew up in a village. I've got friends who are village boys who used to carry me on their back when we would go out, as young men. I still regard them as my big brothers. But now, when I start talking about my business, I know they don't have the necessary skills that I require in my business. So you don't employ people who don't have the skills. So it's important that your human resources component, you align it with the skills and the people. Then the next item I want to talk about, as I said, we'll continue to break down the operational costs. One of the strategies that you need to continuously review your operational costs. I come from an insurance background. When I started working, we used to have files, and we would have like a room, this room was like 6 by 6 meters. In there were a lot of shelves, compartments. You'd find 100 files. Then there'll be column A, 100 files, plus, minus, and stuff like that. And I'm saying, thank goodness we didn't have as many clients. If we were going to have like the clients that we have now, you have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 clients. Would you make 5,000 clients, files for your 5,000 clients? No, you need to be able to move with technology. Move with technology. We can't continue to have those files. Why not automate? When we have files, keep your files, that means you need people to be carrying them and bring them. But when you automate, by the turn of the button, you can bring up all your client details and all the information, whether it's historic, whether it's 10, 15 years, you still have those records. So it's important that you understand the business that you are doing, the operational costs continue to be monitored by continually reviewing your processes, because any process that is not streamlined is bound to be monotonous. It's bound to attract less interest from your employees. If something becomes too repetitive, many times it does not bring the best out of your employees. When you employ people with their brains, they want to be able to go to work and say, there is a challenge in terms of what I'm doing. So you need to continuously look at that as part of streamlining and upscaling your strategies. One other silent killer in terms of costs that can affect your profits and your margins is motor vehicles. So you want to ask yourself, for the sort of business that I'm in, do I need to be buying vehicles for these people? Or it is better for me to subcontract this portion of the business to someone else who is specializing in transportation. So you need to understand that, like I said from the preamble, you need to understand exactly where you want to go, how best you want to go to your destination. And in that process, every good business person, you need a mind which is always revolving, a mind which is looking out for new ideas to maximize your returns, at the same time controlling your costs. Because every other business, when you talk to, if you want to know that you are talking to a business which is thriving, in one of the discussions, they'll be talking about ways better to improve the way they are doing the business, operational efficiency. Operational efficiency. And I also want to talk another side of the business that is important. That if you do not look at ways to upscale it, you may find yourself stagnant. Your marketing strategy, depending on how you design it, can actually be a strategy that will scale you to the next level of your business. Now, when you design a marketing strategy, you then want to understand your target audience and the type of people, the skills that you have within your business. I've seen where I live, almost every other day, I get a lot of phone calls of people who want to increase sales for my business, upscale my business. But the problem that I have is they're all talking about saying we are going to increase your audience, people that will turn up to your website. Oh, fair and fine. But the question that I always ask is, this person is saying he wants to increase the number of people that want to do business with me. But I always ask myself, is it not wise if this person was to say, okay, my name is Roy, and I would like to have a conversation with you. You know, my business is to drive your business to the next level. What exactly do you do? And how are you currently doing it? Then I'll have the confidence that this person really is going to be able to take my business to the next level. But if you just say, I'm going to increase your, the target audience to your website, so what? Do you understand my marketing strategy? Do you understand my target market? So it's very, very important that as you run your business, understand who you are and at what level you're operating and where you want to be, right? And also, what I've seen, a lot of people, they get into business. I'll give you an example. There are a lot of people going into this healthcare business where I live, okay? They all want to do the same thing. And now you tell yourself, say, what is it that is going to make me different from everyone else? What is it that's going to make me different? What will make people come to me as opposed to going to company XYZ? This is when you need to carry out a SWOT analysis. Look at yourself. What is it that you are good at? Where are you falling short? Where would you like to improve? What are the things that you need to consider? So armed with that, then it's easy to say, look, our target market is this, and we want to grow a niche in this. And because there's so many people who are doing the same thing, okay, we now need to look for ways to increase our target market. Then you're asking yourself, is it branding? Do we need to rebrand? Maybe your company, someone wrote some really bad reviews on your website. Do we need to rebrand? Okay. Do we have the right people? Are we located at the right place for what we are doing? In terms of our marketing strategy, are we doing it right? Are we following, or we are leading the pack? But I can tell you, the businesses that are doing well are those businesses that never stop to Kaizen. You start thinking about Toyota. It's all over the world. It's the highest selling brand of motor vehicles, courtesy of the Japanese. But what is it that everyone knows about Toyota? Everyone knows that it's a durable product. The business that you are setting up, can people trust you? Can people trust your employees? One thing. And the business that you are doing, is it the same thing over and over again? Are there no other opportunities in which you can scale up your business? Every good business, is supposed to evolve with time. Even if you are making profit, you need to continuously apply yourself to the business, because a business itself, it is an entity. It is a standalone entity. Yes, it is your project, but there are certain things that you can do in your business that can affect its growth. I'll give you an example. When you are the sole visionary director of a company, you can see the inflows in terms of revenue coming in, and sometimes the temptation to just think, I'm going to do this, it does come. But what you must ask yourself is, if I do this continuously, and again, there is a season, because every business has got a season. There is a season where the fortunes may not be as good as that particular season. And meanwhile, you have got standing obligations that must be paid, whether the business is doing well in that month, whether your sales are high or they are low in that month. Those standing obligations, your salaries, your rentals, your superannuation, your taxes and stuff like that, it's constant. You see, regardless of your season. So what happens when you have taken money on the good season, which was meant actually to be part of your reserves? What do you do? What do you do?